So far, we have studied five different elements of symmetry. First one was identity, which was encompassing all the points in the molecule and around it. Second one was axis of symmetry, which was composed of one line. Means what will be the common in that identity and axis? A line will be common. Third one was plane of symmetry. It is a lamina. It is a cutting of the molecule into equal halves. So what can be the common in the plane, line and identity? Considering all possibility, at least one point will be common. Fourth one was center of inversion, a point present at the center of the molecule. Means what is the common among all? A point is common. Fifth one was improper axis of rotation. It also encompasses dual mode elements. One was axis, another was plane. Among all those five, one thing is common, and that is point. So, there is a point in studying that point. All operations do pass through one point. Means operations are collected at one point. That point where all operations are grouped, all elements are grouped, which can describe all possible operations. It's called as point group. Out of the various types of point groups, I like to discuss here only two types of point groups. One cyclic and other dihedral. How to know them, how to categorize them, how to assign them, that we are studying. For that, a basic knowledge of principal axis, subsidiary axis, types of planes, horizontal, vertical or dihedral, that much concept at least should be known to you. Now I tell you one formula. Principal axis has with one order, say n is a order. Subsidiary axis, number of subsidiary axis, that may be the any number x, y, z or n also may possible. And planes we label as sigma h means horizontal, sigma v means vertical, sigma d means dihedral. So rule is, if order of the principal axis n is equal to number of subsidiary C2 axes, then point group type is dihedral means capital D. Otherwise, time being remember capital C. I repeat the formula. If order of the principal axis n is equal to number of subsidiary C2 axes, then capital D or else capital C. This is the first point of distinguishing the point groups or labeling the point groups. After the C or D categorization, we need to represent order of the principal axis. Just now I said, what was the order of the principal axis? N. So capital C or capital D that we have sought out from the operations possible, followed by as a suffix we need to write order of the principal axis N. So what will be the representation now? If it is a cyclic kind of point group, then Cn will be the representation. If dihedral kind of point group, then Dn will be the representation. But just wait, yet we have not completed the labeling. Afterwards, types of plane present in the molecule will decide the further nomenclature. So three planes, horizontal, vertical and dihedral. Among them, a superior plane, powerful plane, which we need to emphasize, which we need to mention is horizontal. Second is dihedral and third one is vertical. While arranging in a group, arranging in a collection or gathering the all operations, we were considering vertical first, then dihedral. But here while labeling, dihedral will come first, then vertical. That is a priority. Means, suppose if all three kinds of planes are present, then you will label it as H, horizontal plane. Although if horizontal remain present, then there is no question. We need to mention H there. Where should we mention that? That Cn or Dn that we found, no? There, H will follow that N. So it can be now CNH or it can be DNH. But suppose horizontal plane is not there. Only two planes are there, vertical and dihedral. Then who has a priority? Dihedral has the priority. So there we will represent it as CND, which is not possible but understand, and other DND. For cyclic point group, existence of dihedral plane is not possible. It means C and D is not possible symmetrical point of view. But suppose dihedral plane is not there, horizontal plane also is not there, only vertical plane is there. No option, no choice, we need to represent it as V. So it can be CNV or DNV. Here, existence of only vertical plane impossible for dihedral point group. It means DNV as a point group is not possible symmetrically. The point groups which are in your syllabus are C2V, C3V, C2H, D3H, C infinity V, D infinity H. So among these C and D category with vertical and horizontal planes, point groups are included in your syllabus. Dihedral plane is not included, but I had informed to you what is that dihedral plane. Let us study today new point group D3H. We have studied the labeling of the point group. What do you think? Why for capital D is there? What does it signify? Capital D tells us that order of principal axis is equal to number of subsidiary axes. After D there is one number, that is 3. What does it mean? Principal axis is C3. Means number of subsidiary axes will be 3. After that 3, symbol H is there. What does it mean? There is at least horizontal plane. Being a superior plane, it is represented there. So D3H tells us a lot. It says principal axis should be C3. It says there should be subsidiary 3 C2 axis. It says there should be the horizontal plane. Considering these symmetry norms, which molecule can you imagine? What can be the example for D3H point group? See here, the best example is phosphorus pentachloride, trigonal bipyramidal structure. Phosphorus is at center and 5 chlorines are around phosphorus. Out of those 5, 3 are in equatorial plane and 2 are along axis. And we have discussed already what kinds of elements may possible and possible operations for PCl5 molecule. The first basic trivial operation that we need to consider is identity. Afterwards, along those axial chlorine and at the center there is a phosphorus, there is a axis, there is a line, and name for that axis is C3. How many unique operations can we perform around C3? 2. Therefore, I am representing here, comma, 2C3. Afterwards, whichever the equatorial chlorines are there, each phosphorus chlorine bond can be a part of C2 axis and around one C2 axis there is only one operation possible. Such three C2 axes are possible. So total C2 kind of operations will be 3. Therefore I am representing here 3C2. Afterwards, is there any horizontal plane? For that, we should know what is the principal axis. C3 is our principal axis. Perpendicular to C3, any horizontal plane exists? Yes. Whatever the equatorial chlorines are there, composing those three chlorines and central phosphorus, there is a plane. Here, it is shown by red color. So that plane is horizontal plane. Is any improper axis of rotation possible? Yes. Whatever our C3 axis is there, same C3 axis is S3 axis. Around S3 actually 6 are the possible operations. But out of those 6, only 2 unique operations we can find. Those are S31 and S35. So I am representing here 2S3. After that, is any vertical plane possible? Yes. A plane along principal axis, that's a C3, and any phosphorus chlorine bond is our symmetry plane. And the name of that plane is vertical plane. Such how many planes are there? 3 possible planes are there, and those are represented here by blue color. Overall, if you see identity 2C3, 3C2, sigma H, 2S3 and 3 sigma V, total 12 operations are possible for this PCl5 molecule. So I can write here H is equal to 12. This is our D3H point group. Second example that I like to explain here is BF3 molecule. Boron is at the center of the triangle and 3 fluorines at the vertices of the triangle. It is a triangular planar structure. In this molecule, C3 axis possible, 3 C2 axis are possible, S3 axis possible, horizontal plane possible, and vertical planes are possible. Let us count how many are they. Let us see the representation. First, I will represent identity. Then, two operations possible on one C3 axis, and that C3 is perpendicular to the molecular plane and passing through the boron. There are 3 C2 axes possible, and on each C2 axis one operation. So I am writing here 3 C2 operations. There is horizontal plane possible, which encompasses all 4 atoms or which cuts all 4 atoms, and only one operation through that horizontal plane. Whatever the C3 axis that we are considering, the same C3 axis is S3 axis, and around that S3 axis 2 unique operations are possible, S31 and S35. Therefore I am writing here 2S3. It means there are 2 S3 operations, but S3 as axis is only one. By the way, there are 3 vertical planes which are perpendicular to the molecular plane, and each plane is passing through boron and fluorine bond. And each plane has only one operation, sigma V. So because of total 3 operations, I am writing here 3 sigma V. And order of this collection, order of this group is 12. And name of the group is D3H. Third example that I like to consider here is eclipse form of ethane molecule. There also you will find identity. Along carbon-carbon you will find C3 axis, so 2 C3 operation. Now C2 operations are passing through center of carbons, but those axes will be parallel to carbon-hydrogen bond lining. Such 3 axes are possible, so I can write 3 C2. There is a horizontal plane passing through center of line joining of those two carbons, and that plane is perpendicular to carbon-carbon bond. This horizontal plane is not passing through any atom. Whatever the C3 axis is there, itself is what S3 axis as usual. And around that S3 we can get two unique operations. Therefore I am writing here 2S3. And vertical planes are passing through carbon-carbon bond, and they take carbon-hydrogen bond of one carbon and carbon-hydrogen bond of other carbon. Such three planes are possible. Each plane is passing through four atoms, two carbons and two hydrogen. So total vertical planes are three. Can you able to imagine? It is similar to PCl5 molecule, similar to BCl3 molecule, BF3 molecule. Only thing here is separation is there between carbon-carbon, and you may be confused because it is not a planar structure. But symmetry point of view, it is same like BF3 or PCl5. Total 12 operations are possible, and we can say point group is D3H. Students, now it is a time of homework. Two questions I am asking here. The first question is related to eclipse form of ethane. Just tell me, within two vertical planes, what is the angle in eclipse form of ethane? And second question, is there center of inversion? Are these two questions clear? Let us see in next part other point group C infinity V.